for the 9-4 Clemson Tigers, led by Amanda Butler. Bree Perpignan, the transfer from Elon, has been a revelation at the point guard position. Ruby Whitehorn, one of the most heralded freshmen in all of college basketball. The first year from Detroit. Double figures 8 times in her first 13 games. We're underway, and Whitehorn has the opening tip. Clemson ball as we tip off a 7-game Thursday night of ACC women's hoops here from Little John Coliseum. Whitehorn steps into the jumper, and Robinson was in position for the rebound, but it was poked away and recovered by Amor.
That's a great job. I know Coach Butler wants to see Whitehorn get going. She needs to take more shots in this game for this Clemson team if they want to have a good chance of beating Virginia Tech at home.
Taylor Soule, the BC transfer, already has a win over her old school on the ledger. That was the Hokies conference victory earlier this month. Step through, Soule, 2.
And that's a big move by Soule. I mean, what a presence between her and Kitley down low. That is a great dynamic duo for Virginia Tech in the post.
Robinson goes right at Kitley, can't finish. Rebound for Cayla King. Virginia Tech ranked in the top 10 for the 5th consecutive week. Number 7 right now. Kitley baseline jumper, and it's 4-0 Hokies.
And right now you see Clemson really trying to play this matchup zone to try and offset Kitley, but she is just really good on that baseline to knock down that baseline, Jay.
These two teams met in Greensboro last March. Hokies taking care of business, but Daisha Nunu Bradford gets the Tigers on the board here with a jumper.
And this is giving Clemson an opportunity to set up that press.
Very few teams in the country force more turnovers than the Tigers, but Cayla King! That was from Blacksburg.
That's one thing that can get you out of a zone pretty quickly if you can shoot yourself out of it. Big time shot.
That was from Steph territory. Goodness gracious. Hokies are 3 for 3. Blocking foul is the call going on Amor. Check out where Cayla King was.
Oh, she was deep. She was actually right there on the logo for Clemson and knocks it down. Big time shot.
From the toe of the paw. King for 3. She'd been 0 for 9 from the field in her last 2 ball games, so changing the vibes quickly.
Yeah, you see one go down, it can open it, it can bring it wide open.
Bradford can't connect. King has her 2nd rebound. Veteran Hokie team. 9 players on the roster in their 3rd or 4th years of college basketball. Shot clock at 7 to the corner. And it's 4 for 4 as Amor knocks down the triple, and Amanda Butler has seen enough.
Yeah, you need a timeout on that one. Right now, the matchup zone's not
on the road. It was a day after Kenny Brooks's 54th birthday, and now 8 days later, Georgia Amor off to the hot start, knocking down the 3. She is our Hardy's star to watch. She's playing in front of her mom, Kelly, who flew to the U.S. from Australia on Christmas Day.
No, this is awesome. Georgia Amor is just getting started, and she's already knocked down her first shot. This Virginia Tech team is already perfect from the field, has not missed a shot to open this game, but Georgia Amor is the starter watch. She's consistent, the starting point guard for this Virginia Tech team, and she can light it up with the best of them, and she's known to break a few ankles as well, so you have to watch out for Georgia Amor.
This is her last game of the month. In her first game of the month, she registered the first triple-double in the history of Hokie women's hoops.
Yeah, Coach Brooks talked about that earlier. Now it's a competition between her and Kitley about who can have the most triple-doubles this season.
Kitley coming off a game where she had 7 rebounds, 7 assists to go with her 25 points against High Point. This Kitley's uncle works at High Point. It's one of the reasons they played there. Clemson 1 for 5 to start. Whitehorn stays with it.
That was a great job by Whitehorn. She misses the three, but follows her own shot and gets the offensive board over Soul and able to get the putback.
So far, the Hokies have handled the Clemson pressure. What are the big adjustments that you want to see from Clemson after the first 3-minute flurry?
Well, the big adjustment is that they have to, well, Virginia Tech needs to miss shots so they can get rebounds. But defending, getting out on the shooters a lot faster than they have been to start this game.
Cayla King, air ball. I told you they're not going to go 100%. Oh, what a catch by Robinson. Kitley, an awkward stumble, and Amari lays it in.
I mean, that was a big-time play to get that basketball over the 6'6" Kitley to Robinson, and she finishes at the basket.
Long, dangerous pass, but it works out. And there's the first turnover of the game. Robinson picks off the entry pass.
And now you're seeing that matchup zone starting to work a bit for Clemson to get that steal.
Second straight possession, Whitehorn puts in the second effort.
And that's what Coach Butler wants to see from Whitehorn. She's a capable freshman in this starting lineup for Clemson. A slashing rebounder, but she can score with the best of them.
Making her 13th straight start today for the Tigers after coming off the bench in the opener. Clemson a little bit more defensive intensity here after the timeout.
And you see right here on this move, Whitehorn takes it to the basket and then gets her own rebound and is able to finish, but she is being very aggressive to start this game this evening.
We had the privilege of watching both teams practice earlier today, Fallon. There's certainly a different feel at the two shoot-arounds. Virginia Tech much more relaxed, confident. There was a greater intensity at Clemson shoot-around. Kitley on the glass, and it will stay Hokies ball. You said there was a professional vibe from Virginia Tech. What do you mean by that?
Well, just about their business. I mean, they're the #7 team in the country. So they have a lot of upperclassmen on this roster. They know what they need to do to get the job done, to get a road win. Whereas Clemson, a younger team, different lineup with transfers, but they're still trying to get it. And Coach Butler says that, you know, she'll bring subs in and out. They play a lot of players because while players are in the game, she wants the intensity.
Coach Butler saying we always want to keep fresh, energetic bodies on the floor. Oh, Soul missed the runner. Rebound for Robinson. 6-0 run for the Tigers. Alasia Douglas into the game and travel.
Yeah, Douglas went a little too deep. You saw her trying to wave her teammate to the side to make a move, but ends up losing the basketball. She was going at Amor. Amor does a good job moving her feet, causing the travel.
That was the first Clemson turnover. Tigers have completely changed the way they've taken care of the basketball over the past month. Corner three, trailer, rebounded by Soul. Kick out, reload, trailer. Nope, rebound Robinson.
And right now, Clemson has just been very active in that matchup zone. They're getting out on the shooters better than they were the first 3 minutes of this game. And you can see the intensity.
Hokies started 4 for 4. Since then, 0 for 5. Robinson, step back three, puts Clemson in front.
Hey, on the night she gets her 1,000-point basketball, gets honored before the game, and she's stepping back, knocking down threes.
9-0 run for the Tigers. They're 4 of their last 5. And one miss, Whitehorn rebounded and put back up and in. Soul reverses, Amor takes it, air ball, rebound battle for Cayla King. Into a crowd, and Kitley, just by going up strong, got the foul call.
And we see on this last play, Robinson just steps Kitley back, creates some space, and knocks down the three at the top of the key. A nice looking shot by the senior.
She can make it. Only has now 37 made threes in her 100 games, so a little over a third of her ball games include a 3 on average.
Yeah, she doesn't have to shoot many, but when you shoot them, make them count, and she did on that last possession.
Hitley, among the ACC leaders in numerous categories, 7th in the nation in rebounding entering the day. Douglas to the bucket. Alasia Douglas, the junior from Omaha.
And you see it gave Clemson an opportunity to set up their press full court.
Nice move.
A nice move. Virginia Tech breaks it, giving the ball to Kitley for the basket. That's exactly a great way to break a press.
Hank, Whitehorn, and now it's Perpignan on the drive. The Elon transfer.
That was a nice move by Perpignan. Coach Butler says that she's been more consistent, really pushing the tempo for this Clemson team as the starting point guard, and you're starting to see it in this one.
I bet you when the score was 10-2, you didn't think we'd have 5 lead changes in the quarter.
No.
And we go back and forth after Clemson's 9-0 run to surge in front. Cayla King back in. Trailer gets a breather.
But so far, this game has been very competitive to start, especially coming out of a Christmas break. You see both of these teams getting after it. What a way to get ACC basketball back going.
And Oenying in the game for the first time for Clemson. Perpignan kicks it. Hank sticks it. All of a sudden, Clemson can't miss.
They can. Hannah Hank, she's a capable shooter. Virginia Tech, they need to find these shooters for Clemson because they're letting it fly, and it's giving them a chance to set up their press.
Tigers started 1 for 4. They're 7 of their last 8. Soul, nifty move to answer.
Hit it with the Euro step. The crowd didn't like it.
Whitehorn on the offensive glass was not blocked out.
These teams are just trading baskets right now. Clemson trying to see if they can get some steals in this press. But they're slowing Virginia Tech down.
Deflection from Perpignan. Finds Deasia Craig. Demo lost it on the way to the rim.
And you cannot dribble against this matchup zone that Clemson plays. They have hands everywhere, and they get deflections, and they like to get steals.
Perpignan, nope. And a foul on Enyang over the back.
It looked like Perpignan, when she was penetrating, may have gotten away with a little push off. She was dribbling hard, and Soul was right there, pushes Soul off, but still misses the shot, and Virginia Tech gets the possession.
Hitley's reversal deflected and stolen. Hank, got it!
I mean, Hannah Hank gets the deflection and then sets herself up so she can knock down the 3.
Oh my goodness, another steal. Bradford and 1!
I'm telling you, these hands that Clemson has, they like to get steals. They are quick, and they play intense defense.
All of a sudden, it's a Clemson offensive avalanche.
And Georgia Amore just a little too easy and just not taking care of the basketball with that crossover dribble, and just made it easy for Bradford to take it.
It's a 23-6 run since the Amanda Butler timeout, 3 minutes in. Bradford adds to the lead, and all of a sudden the Tigers are up 10.
Isn't that crazy? I don't think we thought we'd be saying that early in this one, but Clemson has come out on a tear. They want to beat a ranked opponent and show that there's something to deal with in the ACC.
Hey, Georgia Amore also just picked up her 2nd foul. She's on the bench. Another loose ball, diving on the floor. It's like it took Clemson a few minutes to wake up. They are awake now. And the push is going on Perpignan. Their first.
And that was a tough call. Perpignan was just hustling, trying to get another steal for this Clemson team, and gets called for the foul against Soul.
.8 seconds. Greg just got it in. Soul hands it off. Trailer blocked. Enyang engulfs the Hokie offense.
Wow, what a big-time block. I mean, you see Virginia Tech just to one shot, and they've done a great job defensively, getting some key steals at key points as well.
Rebounding virtually even, 8-7 in favor of Clemson. Points in the paint, a stunning margin for the Tigers, 16-6 up. How will the Hokies respond? Clara Ford into the game, looking for the high-low entry feed, and Kitley has her second turnover, the 6th for the Hokies. Whitehorn, another offensive rebound. Sets up Robinson. And that's last touch by Hank, going back to Virginia Tech.
And Hannah Hank and Whitehorn have been very aggressive on the offensive boards. Another steal right there by Whitehorn. Bad inbounds pass.
This has been an issue for the Hokies, and Kenny Brooks saw it coming at shoot-around today. This is a Clemson team that can fluster a team like Virginia Tech with its defensive intensity, with its aggressive trapping mentality. Hank for Perpignan to the corner. Bradford. Another offensive rebound. Robinson stays with it, and the third tries to charm that trip.
Right now, it's just the effort. Clemson is putting forth high energy and a lot of effort to get these points in the paint against Virginia Tech.
King on the drive. Fouls on Hank.
And that was a strong move by King, something that Virginia Tech needed.
Yes, it did.
To try and change the energy or at least shift it, going straight to the basket and being able to draw the foul. But Robinson, look how she just kept going after the miss shot. Her own miss gets the offensive putback, and she is just relentless at going to the offensive boards.
8 second chance points already for the Clemson Tigers. Cayla King going to the free throw line. Meanwhile, Georgia Amor back in the game, playing with 2 fouls. Her team's down 12.
They need her. They need her. I know Coach Brooks was like, we got to put you back in. You have to play smart and not pick up your third, but she's their leader.
Offensive rebound for Soul, and Cayla King had a chance for a 4-point trip, but missed the shot. Nunu Bradford the other way. Nifty pass, somehow finds Robinson. Ball's been moving around like a hot potato the last few minutes for Clemson.
Yeah, they've been zipping it by, trying to score in the during their full court or fast break, and that's something Coach Butler told her team at shoot-around today. They are a team that likes to run and gun, and that's how they're going to get their points.
Staying here. Is it on Kitley or Soul? It's on Taylor Soul. It's her first. Look, this Clemson team is 9-4. They're 0-1 in the league. All 4 of their losses are to teams that have been in the top 25. And Amanda Butler was encouraged by how they played against NC State. Thought they had 3 miserable minutes. Other than that, other 37 minutes were pretty solid against the top 10 NC State team.
And playing against a team like NC State and just other tough competition in the ACC is a good gauge. I mean, conference play has started. Any given night, any team can win.
King, 1 dribble 3, rebounded by Hank. Hokies now 2 for 10 from beyond the arc. After they started 2 for 2. Bradford back to Perpignan. Clemson's getting the ball where they want. And Hank with a tough finish over Kitley.
And Hannah Hank is just playing aggressive. She got the ball at the high-low and just drove it right at Kitley and was able to finish. And you see Clemson right back into this full-court press.
Here's the trap coming. The pass by Trailer to get it out of trouble. Amor takes it. Got it. It's a big bucket there for the Hokies.
That was to try and quiet the storm. Georgia Amor is that player for Virginia Tech that can do it, and that shot hopefully gets them going again on the offensive end.
Bradford Unable to answer. Rebound to Trailer. 1-on-2 the other way. Trailer rejected. Ruby Whitehorn says get out.
What a block. I mean, Whitehorn, just a freshman, but we're seeing the incredible athleticism. She was riding Trailer the whole time, waiting for it, and timed it perfectly to get the clean block. Another look at it. Oh, and then she gives the muscle, the flex. Not on my watch.
First ever McDonald's All-American to sign with Clemson. Women's basketball playing with some swag as Deasia Gregg gets the roll. Her first deuce. Hokies quick 5-0 run to get back within 9. Virginia Tech, if you joined us late, led by 8, 10-2 in the opening minutes. Hank another miss, strong rebound for Gregg. Numbers here for the Hokies if they hurry. Clemson a good job getting back. Gregg. Double comes on Kitley. It's an aggressive one. A couple times there could have been a foul called. And Yang hit Kitley in the chin a couple different times. I'm surprised the whistle didn't come sooner.
She did, and you see Kitley trying to keep the basketball high and pass out of the double team, but Clemson does a great job.
Number 2 on Enyang. She just brought the arms down when she didn't necessarily need to.
Yeah, she did. You got to keep that basketball high, especially when you're being doubled. There's no one on this court that can stand with Liz Kitley in stature, but she's able to draw the foul.
You can just feel the Clemson defensive intensity. I mean, they're playing with great effort at this end of the floor. Amor finds a little space. That's all she needs. That's
a big-time shot. And like I said before, Amor is that calming factor for this Virginia Tech team. That was a nice shot to try and quiet this Clemson crowd a bit.
Now a 7-0 run for Virginia Tech. The number 17 in the nation. Hokies 11-1. Only loss against 5th-ranked Notre Dame.
You see Virginia Tech playing their 2-3 zone. And it still didn't work to get that offensive rebound.
Yep, defensive. Right spot.
You got to put a body on that offside player.
10 second chance points in the half for the hometown Tigers. Gregg, baseline jumper, too strong. Robinson's got another rebound, her 6th. Perpignan for Robinson. Finally, Virginia Tech able to limit Clemson to a 1-and-done, and Perpignan just got called for her 2nd foul. So now she and Enyang both have 2 apiece. Amor has 2 for Virginia Tech, and the plot thickens here at Little John Coliseum. Tigers lead 32-23. Forcing turnovers, so it's the Hokies' ability to take care of the basketball and play smart versus the Clemson's ability to create chaos. And so far, chaos is prevailing.
Chaos is prevailing, and this Clemson team, they're just playing with a new level of energy. Already 10 points in this game off of their turnovers they've created.
In the world of women's basketball today, we've already seen one top 10 team go down. 4th-ranked Indiana fell at Michigan State as Taylor Soule fumbles it away. It's a Michigan State team that has former Clemson Tiger Gabby Elliott on the roster. Now, unfortunately, Elliott tore her ACL just before Christmas. Really bummed to see that news, but certainly supporting the Spartans in their win over a top 10 Indiana team. And could the Clemson Tigers create a little more upset magic here tonight, too?
Yeah, this would be some upset magic if they can get a home win against this 7th-ranked Virginia Tech team.
Robinson missed it. She knew it. She races for the rebound, and she kept possession alive. Amari Robinson has played inspired ball right now.
Well, she's been a player to watch, and she's the leader. Right now, she's leading by example, and the energy she's bringing, her teammates are coming right with it to get that save, to give Clemson another possession. That was big.
You talked about her consistency throughout her career. Amanda Butler has said, there have been games in her career, didn't really feel like she was out there, and you look at the stats, and she had 14 and 9. She's got 7 and 7 right now.
Yeah, those players that can fill up the box score quietly are the ones you want on your team.
Whitehorn missed the 3, and the rebound controlled by Greg.
And right now to start this game, Clemson's done a great job on Kitley to limit her touches and shots. And I know that's something that Coach Brooks said he was going to watch out for, to make adjustments to give her some shots and some looks.
Double comes immediately on Kitley. King can't connect. Kitley, 2 for 2, has 6 points, but no rebounds and no assists.
Good job by Georgia Amore.
Yep.
To set up that offensive foul on Douglas as she was going to the paint. And that's an easy call for the ref to make.
Georgia's lazy with the footwork just a little bit. That's her 3rd personal.
Yeah, she would have been back on the bench, something Coach Brooks did not want to do.
Amore racing it into the front court. Double teamed. Gets it back outside. Trailer. Rebounded by Whitehorn. Whitehorn doesn't sense the defense coming from King, who was trailing her that whole trip down the floor.
She was, and it's kind of loud in this building since Clemson has been playing with all this high energy. I think Douglas was trying to tell her to watch out, but she didn't hear her from the back.
We had been stuck on 32-23 for about 2.5 minutes. Robinson going at Kitley with the left hand.
That's a big time post move right there by the senior, going against one of the top players in the country and able to knock down the shot.
Just feel the Hokies getting a little bit flustered by Clemson's intensity and effort.
They are.
There's a backcourt violation.
They're playing tight and unsure. It's a lot of uncertainty, and you gotta applaud Clemson's defense. They're the reason why Virginia Tech is playing how they're playing right now. Very flustered, unsure of what they want to do or set up in their offense.
What do you think Virginia Tech can do to get Elizabeth Kitley more touches?
Well, they need to just settle down and just find her when she's open. I mean, Kitley's going to make the right decision, whether it's to score the ball or pass back out to create an open shot for her teammates. But they need to give her some touches so they get better looks.
Whitehorn in the paint again. And how about this? That's 24 points in the paint for Clemson. Hokies have 23 points total.
And that's exactly another point that Coach Butler made at shoot-around, is that they want to capitalize and score in the paint if they can. And, right now, these 2-point shots, they want to convert the 2-point opportunities, and they're doing it in this game.
Amore from the corner, splashes in the 3.
I mean, so steady. If it had not been for her scoring in this game, I don't think Virginia Tech would be down by 10 right now. She has been consistent and has hit some big shots for this Virginia Tech team to keep them in this game.
She's literally kept them afloat. 3 for 6 from downtown, 11 points for Amore. Whitehorn finds her spot again, doesn't get the bounce. Robinson got her hand on another rebound, but it was controlled by Virginia Tech. Final minute of this entertaining first half.
That was a good job by Trailer to pull it back out, set up an offensive set.
Kitley doubled again, kicks it. King. Radford fouled by Greg.
I mean, what more can you do? Kitley made the right decision, was able to pass out the double team. Just unfortunate, King couldn't get the 3 to fall.
And Cayla King knocked down the first shot he took from the toe of the paw from about 27 feet. She's missed her last 5. She's 1 for 6 today. She's 1 for her last 15, dating back now 2.5 games.
That's tough, you know, especially when you're in a shooting slump. It was great. Probably when she saw that ball fall early, she was hoping that she would be able to get it going. But Clemson has been stingy on the defensive end, and they have not allowed her to bust out of her shooting slump.
Ott to Hank, 5 to shoot. Whitehorn back to Ott with 3. Ott almost threw it in. Hank throws it back up and in. Are you kidding me?
I think everybody was confused after they saw that alley-oop turn into a bad shot.
No at the buzzer. And the Clemson Tigers, after trailing by 8 early, have officially put the 7th-ranked Hokies on hashtag upset alert.
I mean, this is an alley-oop gone wrong, and a good thing that Hannah Hank was right there to clean it up with a nice putback. And Clemson, you just have to speak wonders of how they've shown a defensive presence in this first half.
Play until we get to the NCAA tournament in March. The road to Greensboro continues tonight here in the Palmetto State. Clemson basketball to begin the third. 2-3 zone look from Virginia Tech. Remember, Amor playing with 2 fouls. She played a good portion of the second quarter with the 2 fouls. Robinson goes at Kitley and then threw it away. Trailer the other way. Nope. Hank there to clean it up. But throws it away in the backcourt.
And that type of intensity from Virginia Tech to start this third quarter off, I'm sure Coach Brooks is happy with. They were able to cause a turnover. Couldn't convert, but they regained the possession due to Clemson's uncostly turnover.
Amor, the leading scorer for Virginia Tech in the first half. She had 11, but no assists. She has only 1 assist in her last 3 halves.
And that's not her game. She's a passer, and she's very good at setting up her teammates.
Yeah, she's still averaging 6 assists per game, but a surprising stretch for the Australian point guard. 11 to shoot here. Soul back to King with 3. King has to chuck it. Shot clock violation.
And that can't happen. Virginia Tech still not being aggressive, trying to drive to the basket on those situations with the shot clock winding down. Instead, settles for a long shot by King.
And I may be mistaken, but I don't think Kitley touched the ball that trip down the floor.
She didn't.
1 and done for the Tigers. Soul in transition. It's a blocking foul. And free throws upcoming for Taylor Soul. They got off to a hot start in the first quarter and then has been quiet since.
And that was a good job by Trayla leading that break, leading Soul to the basket. She's able to draw the foul, and that's a way to get Taylor Soul going. She likes to get transition buckets, and maybe if she can knock down these free throws at the free throw line, we're going to see a little bit more out of her offensively in this second half.
Take note, Fallon, that was the 3rd foul on Bree Perpignan. She's now on the bench as Taylor Soul steps to the line. Coming off the season high 24 points. Best scoring performance as a Hokie at High Point 8 days ago before the holiday break. 2 for 2 at the line for Soul.
Virginia Tech playing this zone, this 2-3 zone defense, trying to limit Clemson's inside presence, but it doesn't even matter. Big time 3-point shot by Bradford.
8 points now for Nunu, and there's another steal in the backcourt.
These steals, there's nothing new about it, but that was a big time steal by Bradford after she just hit a 3 the previous possession.
Robinson gets her own miss. Whistle, and the foul's on Kitley, I think. Yep. 33 Black picks up her first.
And this is crazy. Right now, you just see Robinson turns, misses her shot, but follows her rebound. And You know, Kidley has the size advantage, but you still have to box out when you have a player like Robinson crashing as hard as she's been crashing this entire game.
Into Whitehorn, through the contact, scores anyway.
With the contact and the foul, what a finish by the freshman.
And then the whistle blows after the bucket. I think they may have called a foul on Clemson before the ball was inbounded.
And that was a nice finish by Whitehorn. Soul was all over.
Yeah, you see Bradford getting tangled up with King there. Might be double T's. Yep. Bradford and King.
This game is starting to get a little chippy. King, we talked about earlier, has been struggling from the field, trying to still find her shot. But Bradford's been all hands-on, getting deflection steals, playing heads-up basketball, really on the defensive end.
That was an interesting call. Quick double T.
The refs are like, we're not having it. Not this evening.
Well, then call the contact on Whitehorn in the flow of the play.
I get it. Call it evenly if you're going to call it.
I'm not saying they're not calling it evenly. It's just call it when it happens. Don't call it to cool it down after you let it get out of hand. Anyway, 9 to shoot for the Hokies. King gets Kitley a touch. Hokies need more of that. Missed the shot, though. King on the rebound, blocked by Hank. Loose ball, tracked by Greg. Still time here for Virginia Tech. Lead as large as it has been all game long. Amor's shot can't connect. Another opportunity, though, for Virginia Tech. King can't pay off the effort. Whitehorn ahead for Bradford. Bradford, blocker charge, it's a charge.
And
Big.
that's a great job by Georgia. Amor getting back on the defensive end to cause that charge and that offensive foul. Virginia Tech still struggling on the offensive end, but you just see Amor right there, moving her feet, gets the charge.
The second foul on Bradford. She didn't have any before the tee. So the tee and the offensive foul there now give her 2. And sooner or later, I don't want to oversimplify things, but Virginia Tech has to make some shots. They're 0 for 5 in the quarter. They're 2 for their last 14 from 3. And that's not going to be good enough tonight. In and out for Amor. Kitley, another chance, converts.
And that type of energy from Kidley is exactly what Virginia Tech needs. She missed the first put back, hands all over her, but was able to get her own rebound and finish at the rim.
I know you were an explosive guard. Do you have any sympathy for the bigs that get battered around?
Nah.
Amor after the steal, lays it in, back to an 11-point game.
And she had an awkward fall on that move. Great finish by Georgia Amor. She's still trying to keep her team in it, keep this game as close as possible to see if Virginia Tech can get something going.
So when I work with Tabitha Turner, she's all about pointing out that the bigs always just have to deal with that physicality all game long.
Now, I used to love to pound it in the paint and get knocked around, so I understand. But the bigs, no sympathy.
No good for Whitehorn. She's now 5 for 11. Midway through this third quarter, Clemson clinging to its double-digit lead. Amor's the game-high scorer with 13. Soul, a little out of control with the dribble, but creates contact and will get back to the line.
And when in doubt, drive it to the basket, and that's exactly what Taylor Soul did. Split the defense and just went hard to the basket, was able to draw the foul. And you see this move by Georgia Amor. Nice finish, gets a little contact, falls awkwardly, but is able to get back up.
Anna Hank just picked up her second, and she'll get a breather.
So what you've seen in the second half, Virginia Tech's offense still pretty stagnant. Besides Taylor Soul just taking the initiative to drive it, you don't really see a lot of cuts or movement between Clemson's zone defense.
very start of Hokies shoot-around today, we were chatting with Kenny Brooks, and Taylor Soule came over and said, "1 foul tonight, Coach. Only 1 foul." And so far, she is a woman of her word. She has committed 1 foul through 2.5 quarters.
Still some time.
There's still some time. But Kenny Brooks saying that Soule's just been exactly what they needed. A big bundle of energy. She's like an extra assistant coach with all the miles and experiences she's had.
She is.
And Yang can't connect. Kitley the rebound. Hokies have scored the last 5. They can inch closer here. Back to Traylor. She'll take it. Kitley had good position for the rebound, but she was surrounded by white jerseys who knocked it away. Tigers have turned it over 5 times in this quarter after only turning it over 3 times in the first half. Good look for Douglas. Rebound, Enyang.
Wow. Enyang has made some big plays in this game for Clemson. We saw the block in the first half, and that was a great offensive rebound.
Some big double bye in the ACC tournament and leading the league in scoring by a half dozen points. She'll have to merit consideration. No freshman has ever been named ACC Player of the Year in women's hoops. Only 3 sophomores have won the award. Can you name them?
I can.
Talana Beard, Alyssa Thomas, and Maisha Hines-Allen are the 3 sophomores that won ACC Player of the Year.
Oh, I remember when Alana Beard won it. I should have remembered that one.
She and Alyssa Thomas each won the award 3 years in a row, sophomore, junior, and senior season. Latson, special career brewing. We'll see her later tonight with Tom and Tabitha. Hokies turn it over for the 13th time tonight. Clemson up a dozen after the Enyang free throws. Malaysia Douglas back outside for Ott. To the corner, Douglas. Kitley secures the rebound with a good block out on Enyang.
Douglas, it's so pretty when a lefty shoots it. Unable to knock it down, but let's see what Virginia Tech can make happen. And Georgia Amore draws the foul.
Number 2 on Douglas.
Yeah, she tried to reach in last minute as Amore was trying to cross half court, and Douglas gets called for the easy reach in. But that's not the foul you want to, have in this game, especially when you have the momentum, stopping the clock, and Georgia Amore going to the free throw line.
Hokies in the bonus. And free throw miss for the 79% free throw shooter this season. 1 of 2 for Georgia from Ballarat, about a 90-minute drive west of Melbourne in Australia. Going against her countrywoman Hannah Hank, who's from Port Lincoln in South Australia. Inu Bradford, hands off. Perpignan back in the game with 3 fouls. It'll stay Clemson ball. Shot clock's at 5.
Well, Perpignan was looking like it was a reach-in or she got fouled on that drive. Fortunately, Clemson maintains the possession.
Every single day in practice, you work on these baseline out-of-bounds situations, don't you?
I know. It never goes out of style, but you always have to be prepared.
Into Whitehorn. Hank is open. Oh, in and out. It was halfway down. Rebound taken by Whitehorn. Won the hustle battle.
Oh, she did.
Bradford. Rebounded by Hank again.
And Clemson is just doing a great job hustling on the offensive boards, really getting after it.
This would be a back-breaking bucket, perhaps, if Clemson could hit it. Again, the clock winding down. Whitehorn draws the foul. It's on Amor. It's on the floor. It's the 4th Hokie team foul in the quarter. Clock resets from 3 to 20.
And Whitehorn just did a good job. She does not play like a freshman. She has a great handle, especially for her size, but just to create and being able to draw the foul.
3rd on Amor. She stays in the game. Against the zone, it's Perpignan. Rebound popped around. Bradford has it. Fouled by King. And this will be 2 free throws for the Tigers.
And it's just baffling to me to see Virginia Tech in this zone defense and unable to rebound. When you have that many bodies, especially in a 2-3 zone in the paint, you should be able to collapse and get those defensive boards.
Clemson's size is just attacking the glass. Robinson has 9 boards. Whitehorn has 7. Hank has 5. That trio killing it on the offensive glass in particular.
I mean, well, Clemson's a team that likes to rebound. I mean, they have a few players that have at least 5 or more rebounds they're averaging per game. So they go after and find the basketball.
Tigers make both free throws. 5 for 5 from the line tonight. Bradford, the 3rd Tiger in double figures. She, Hank, and Whitehorn all have 10 apiece. Robinson's got 9 points and 9 rebounds, by the way. Inside to Kitley. She was fouled by Hank. That's the 3rd on Hannah.
But that's Kitley's shot. She likes that baseline jumper. Virginia Tech able to give the basketball to her in her sweet spot. Hannah Hank definitely fouled her, hit her on that hand. And let's see if Kitley can knock down 2 free throws.
Playing her 100th game as a Hokie. Asked Kenny Brooks if Liz Kitley has been just what he expected she would be coming out of Northwest Guilford High School. Said, oh, she's been much better than I expected. Said, every kid says they want it, but she really wants it. She said, what makes her good at school also makes her good at basketball. Intelligence, focus, drive, all the above.
And she likes to learn. He said that she's always watching film every game.
Taylor Soule in transition. Hokies back within 11. Tigers have cooled off from the field. One of their last 9. Clock winding down again. Whitehorn had nowhere to go. That's the 7th Tiger turnover of the quarter, 10th of the night.
You see Whitehorn trying to go off the screen. Hannah Hank falls, and instead, Whitehorn gets called for the travel.
You like that no call there when Hank got taken out by the screener?
Yeah, sometimes I'm just like, let them play, see what happens.
That's Atlanta toughness right there.
But now we're seeing right now, Virginia Tech starting to get a little momentum or something going. Great job by Amor breaking that press.
King for 3, puts it in.
And that's how Georgia Amor can make things happen. We were saying earlier that she didn't have many assists in this game, but that was a big-time assist to King.
Cannot overstate the importance of the final minute of this period. Tigers have been up double digits much of the night, and that's a big bucket for Eno Enyang.
Enyang just made a nice cut, and Robinson found her. Great finish by Enyang.
Snapped a 7+ minute drought without a field goal for the Tigers. Back up by 10. Game clock and shot clock just about in sync. Kitley gets a touch, but not where they need her to get it. Now she spots up on the block, and they find her. Enyang knocked it away. Kitley recovers, and Enyang called for the foul, and it's her 4th.
I mean, they're not giving Kitley anything.
That's number 3 on Eno, excuse me. 3 on Enyang, free throws for Kitley.
And that was one-on-one right there. Inyang playing Kitley. That could have been a foul on that first drive, but Kitley stays with it and is able to draw the foul going to the free throw line for 2 shots. But her aggressiveness, she's been quiet in this game. Clemson has done a great job of double teaming her, limiting her touches, making it difficult for Virginia Tech to get the basketball inside. But hopefully this can get Kitley going. They're going to really need her in this 4th quarter.
Perpignan at the buzzer comes up short. And we've got an 8-point game headed to the 4th. The ACC teams among the top 76. Includes 4 in the top 12, 8 in the top 32. And the teams in the middle of the pack are going to be good enough to knock off the best. And the Tigers pull off the upset tonight after trailing 10-2 in the opening minutes. Trailers 3 won't go. Sol flies in for the rebound.
She can sky. She's such an athlete, but she has a knack for the basketball. We haven't seen a lot of that rebounding in this game, but she's very capable. And playing off Kitley, she's going to get a lot of opportunities where she can get offensive putbacks and looks.
First foul called on Whitehorn. Kitley. Surprised she didn't look to attack offensively there. Really battling inside. Kitley and Inyang. King for 3. 3rd of the night for Cayla.
That was big. When he said she was struggling after knocking down that first 3 in the 1st quarter, was quiet, but hit one in the 3rd and is starting this 4th quarter off right with another big 3.
Hokies as close as they've been in the 2nd half. Nunu Bradford lost her footing.
That was a late call.
And Virginia Tech looked like they had the steal anyway, but it's called an offensive foul on Bradford.
They did.
And it's her 3rd.
And that was a good acting job by Sol. I'm not sure if it was offensive more than just causing a turnover. But I thought that was a late call by the ref.
Sol sets the screen in the backcourt for Amor, and she's fouled by Perpignan. That's her 4th. It's a careless foul right there.
Very careless. You never want to foul a dribbler in the open court, especially when they haven't even crossed half court. Not a good foul.
So number 4 on Perpignan sends her to the bench.
And I just think it's getting a little chippy. A reach in by Perpignan, and she picks up her 4th and is now back to the bench.
Douglas back in for her. 3 fouls on Clemson already in the quarter, early. Hokies haven't been a great free throw shooting team tonight, but they have been excellent for the season. Kitley missed the layup.
Never would have thought that one right there. What a pass, and that was probably the most open look Kitley has had all night.
No question about it. Our evening has been full of stunning twists and turns. Blocking foul. And Mont Taylor only had 1 foul with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd, but she's picked up a few recently. Well, there's her 2nd.
And you see right here, Traylor does what she needs to do, makes the nice drop-in pass, and Kitley just couldn't finish at the basket.
Tough catch by Hank with Amor underneath her. That's the type of catch. If she doesn't make it, Amor's off to the races the other way. It's a 3-point game. Chance for Bradford, but the 3 won't go, and Sol ushers it to the sideline. Hokies ball.
Right now, Virginia Tech only down 5 when it's been the majority 10 to 12 points in Clemson's favor, but slowly but surely, Virginia Tech starting to get something going.
Cayla King knocks down another.
When we talk about getting something going, Cayla King is getting it going. 4th 3 of this game.
Back-to-back trays for Cayla to begin the quarter, but a huge answer for Amari Robinson.
I mean, can we just call her Miss Steady? I mean, that's a big-time shot to really calm this storm and quiet Virginia Tech down a bit, or slow them down. Big-time shot by Robinson.
11 points, 9 rebounds for Robinson. Offensive foul on Traylor. Kenny Brooks
He's not happy.
disagrees.
And it's been a lot of iffy calls in this one. It's been chippy. But he says Traylor, she did extend that arm and caused Bradford to foul. Good job by Bradford to anticipate that.
Clemson by 4 with the ball. Douglas, Whitehorn on the perimeter, and a steal for Traynor, and she's fouled by Douglas. That's the 4th team foul of the quarter.
It's a lot of reaching by both teams right now. You see, both have been careless with the ball. Good deflection. Traylor runs in to steal that ball from Hank. But in the process, Douglas hits her in the face while she's trying to go on the fast break to the basket. But the energy level, you just see it. This game's close. Clemson only up by 4, but both of these teams competing. Clemson wants to get a big home victory against a ranked opponent. And Virginia Tech, they just want to weather the storm.
Fallon, is there anything to it? It's the first game after the break. It's the 4th quarter of a tight game. A little bit lazy defense, but master collision right here. Whitehorn and Greg both shaken up. Greg is grabbing her mouth. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't. She got hit all in her face. Whitehorn trying to get a steal, but was way over her back. And you see both of them get hurt in the process. Greg just still down.
You think that's a flagrant foul? The Virginia Tech fans are calling for it.
They are. I mean, I don't think it was intentional to hit her in the face. It was just a bad decision by the freshman to try to go over Greg's back to get that deflection and steal. I don't think it was anything intentional or flagrant about it.
The point I was getting to, do you think these players are feeling a little bit their legs and stamina first game after break?
Oh, of course, because they haven't played a basketball game in 7 or 8 days. So practice, it gets you prepared, but nothing is going to get you prepared to be in game shape besides playing basketball games. And for this to be the first game coming back from the break, I mean, this has just been a chippy game. Both teams going at it. We just saw Traylor passes at the scorer's table with the scratch on her face. Both these teams have really been getting after it. And
Good
it's
news.
just ACC play.
Greg is back in the huddle talking to her team. Looks like she's okay.
Yeah, I mean, that was, to me, unintentional. Whitehorn was really trying to go after the basketball, but unfortunately hits Greg in the face in the process.
It's a good pass breakup if you're playing football.
We've seen a lot of that, a lot of tackling, pushing, knocking to the floor. These teams have been getting after it, but sometimes, like Virginia Tech, you're going to be battle tested, and this is conference play. The ACC is going to be a battle, and these teams are going to beat up on each other. But at the end of the season, we're going to see at least 8 or 9 teams, I think, come out of this conference and make it to the NCAA tournament.
We were chatting with Mary McElroy, the Senior Associate Commissioner for Women's Basketball from the ACC before the game. She is in attendance tonight, obviously, and yeah, she feels the league can get, 8 teams for sure, maybe 9, 10, 11, depending on how things go.
But now the refs are looking at an upgrade on that last call on Greg or that foul, but
it's a tricky call because it's a hustle play.
It is.
But, she also leaves her feet in somewhat of a reckless way, and I wouldn't be surprised if this does get upgraded to a flagrant. You can't leave your feet to jump through somebody.
After review, the foul on the floor is called a common foul, and that call is confirmed.
Interesting. Shows what I know.
But I think it just goes with the trend of how this game has gone. These teams are really getting after it and battling, and the refs is trying to monitor the game and call it the right way to calm it down a bit. But this is the 4th quarter. These teams are getting after it. They want it. They want this win.
Virginia Tech really only using 6 players again. We saw Clara Ford for 1 minute. Other than that, it's been the 5 starters plus Greg. I tell you, this team misses Ashley Owusu.
Oof, they do. But like you said, hopefully they'll get her back towards the end of January. And that'll be perfect timing for her to get acclimated, get some conference games under her belt, and as they prepare to really battle and prepare to hopefully make it to the NCAA tournament.
Hannah Traylor finally off the schneid from a scoring standpoint. Issue with the shot clock should be 28. It was 18. Traylor 0 for 8 from the floor. Now 1 of 2 from the line. No, the Hokies have missed 7 free throws tonight, Fallon.
Yeah, that's a lot of free throws, especially when you see a tight game like this one where they're down 3. Missed free throws can be costly, but I know they hope they don't have to look back at those missed free throws if they lose this game.
Robinson, elbow jumper is good.
And she's been quiet, but she's hit baskets at the right time. Exactly what Coach Butler said about her. Looking at a box score, they're going to remember some of these key shots she's knocked down in this fourth.
He said when you look at the box score at the end, it's 14-9. She's literally 13-9 right now. Looking for Kitley. Reversal. Traylor. They call Hank to the bump. And that'll be 2 more free throws for the Hokies. Tigers.
Well, that was a smart decision by Traylor. She had 2 players basically doubling her and made the decision to go baseline. And you look at this, Virginia Tech losing to Clemson right now, and then you see the Indiana loss, top 25 in trouble. Virginia Tech, they're trying to see if they can secure this road win, but right now it's looking a little bit shaky for them in this fourth.
Irish were up double figures on Miami, but Katie Meyer's got a plucky group down there in Coral Gables. And again, the common denominator with Indiana, Virginia Tech, Notre Dame, all on the road.
All on the road.
In conference play.
All on the road. And just shows you how tough it can be and competitive.
Offensive rebound after the free throw miss. Kitley to the bucket. More free throws coming for Virginia Tech.
And that's what Virginia Tech has to do. Right now, they're being way more intentional, getting Kitley touches. She's being more aggressive and getting offensive rebounds. But a great job by Traylor giving her the basketball once she was able to reset, and Kitley draws the foul.
They called it on Robinson. She can afford to give one because that's her first. Hannah Hank, Bree Perpignan each have 4. Eno Enyang and Alasia Douglas and Nuna Bradford each have 3. Foul trouble is going to be a factor here down the stretch, especially if we go beyond 40 minutes. Is a distinct possibility.
It is. This is a close one and very tight defensively.
Smooth strokes for Kitley. 2-point game. .12 points, 6 rebounds for Liz Kitley. 1 of 3 Hokies in double figures from a scoring standpoint. 4 Tigers with at least 10 points tonight. 3 ball, no good. Rebound King. It has been a long time since Virginia Tech had a lead.
And you see Clemson still playing this matchup zone, but Greg able to finagle and get in, and the ball still will not fall for Virginia Tech in the paint.
Enyang going baseline on Kitley. Overpowered her.
I tell you, Enyang has not been afraid to play against Kitley in this one. She has been aggressive. A nice block in that first half, but has been intentional of being aggressive and going to the basket, attacking Kitley in the paint.
Soul thought about it. Looked online, but came up short. Whose ball? Hokies ball.
And this one, Enyang makes a nice move on the baseline drop. They're still trying to see if they can secure a road victory, but Clemson, they have played tremendous to try and get their first ACC win, but more importantly, a home win in conference play.
Tigers We're down 10-2 in the opening minutes, and it frankly felt like the rout was on. But after an Amanda Butler timeout, a huge run to close the quarter, 24-6 to finish the first period. They led by 10 at the end of one, and they steal the inbounds pass. Nunu Bradford the pick. Dangerous pass up ahead, overly ambitious, and the Tigers give it right back. What a 4-second sequence we just saw.
They were moving, and you know, Whitehorn saw it, passed it. That was a great steal by Bradford, but it was just that pass a little too hard.
Hokies' last lead was 14-13 with about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. They had the ball down by 2 a couple possessions ago, could not convert. Amari Robinson scored to extend the lead. King knocks down another 3.
I mean, I think that basket is looking wide open right about now. We were talking about the drought she was in, but she is opened up in this game.
Well, she made her first shot, missed her next 5. And she's 4 for her last 5 from deep since then. And clutch here in the quarter. Whitehorn with 5 to shoot. Robinson takes it. Got it!
That's a big-time bucket by the senior, and just so consistent. I mean, I don't know what other word you can use for it, but when Clemson needs a big bucket, the senior steps up.
What a huge shot for Amari Robinson. Her second 3 of the night. Back to a 2-possession game. Gregg steps through, missed it short, rebound, Enyang. Perpignan. No whistle. King has the steal. Perpignan still down at the other end. 5-on-4 here for the Hokies. Gregg, wide open for 3, puts it in. Timeout Virginia Tech, what a swing. Amanda Butler's furious that her player didn't get the call, and now the Hokies within 1 with 3:14 to go.
Yeah, she is upset, Coach Butler. Perpignan looking like she sprang her ankle down there, but that was a big-time shot by Deasia Gregg. I mean, wide open 5-on-4, but that's tough when you got to knock down a wide open shot like that. And you see Perpignan drives hard against King and springs it on the way up. You see it either twisted or turned at some point, but she's grabbing that ankle. But this shot by Gregg to close it and knock down nothing but net, and Virginia Tech down 1.
Clemson basketball with a 1-point lead after the Gregg triple. Their starting point guard, Bree Perpignan, getting her ankle taped on the bench. So it'll be Nunu Bradford running the show out there with Robinson, Enyang, Whitehorn, and the transfer from Western Nebraska, Alasia Douglas.
I mean, the energy, this feels like a conference tournament game.
Sure does.
This evening, these teams have been battling, getting after it, and they're hungry to get this victory. Both teams trying to see how they can finish.
Last time Clemson defeated Virginia Tech, the 2019 conference tournament, 80-79 in overtime. Whitehorn, no. Enyang gets it back. Free throws coming.
And Enyang has something in her yang this evening. I mean,
been a force.
She's been a force down low and going against one of the best post players in the country, but has just not been afraid. Neither has Whitehorn, even though with the miss, Enyang in the right positioning over Soul gets that rebound and draws the foul.
Third personal on Soul. Clemson has not been to the line that often, but they have been perfect until now. Tigers 6 of 7 from the stripe, but it's going to stay at this end. Foul called on Taylor Soul. That's her 4th.
Wow. The promise of 1 has turned into 4 for Taylor Soul in the foul department, but you just see Douglas gets pushed to the ground by Soul, and the ref was right there to make that call.
Soul to the bench, Gregg back in. Officials confer. seconds in the shot clock. Under 3 minutes to play. Clemson looking for its first win over a top 10 opponent in quite some time. Elijah Douglas with 4 to shoot. Douglas runs into a brick wall. Shot clock violation. Excellent defense from the Hokies.
Excellent defense, and you see how the defense shifted, forcing Douglas to go to her left dominant hand, and she's trying to score on 2 defenders in Amor and Greg does a great job of defending the baseline.
Both teams now with precisely 15 turnovers in the game. Hokies have been down by as many as 15. They haven't led since the first. Cayla King
She thought about
to
it.
Amor for the lead. No. Rebound. Battled for. It's a foul. And it's on Virginia Tech. No, it's out of bounds.
It's out of bounds, yeah. Greg was trying to let it bounce. Amor misses. Oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah. Clemson ball, 2 minutes to go. Robinson moves it for Douglas. 9 to shoot. Whitehorn for 3. Tigers ball.
Inyang is just really battling between 2 defenders down there for that offensive rebound. You had Kidley and Gray right around her. And she prevails once again, securing another possession for Clemson as time winds down in this one.
I gotta say, found the live stats say that Inyang has only played 12 minutes. Feels like she's been on the floor for like 37 minutes.
She's made a huge impact in those 12 minutes when she's been in this game.
7 points, 5 rebounds for Inyang. She's back to the bench. Clemson looking to extend the lead. Bradford back to Perpignan in the game. Got the ankle taped. Bradford. Rebound for Trailer. Another opportunity for the Hokies to tie or take the lead.
What a game. This game is going down to the wire. And Virginia Tech has won some close ones. They've been battle tested from the season ago, but this is the first big battle they've had this season.
Offensive rebound after the Amor air ball, but it'll be Clemson ball going the other way. Quick trigger from Amor, came up empty.
She did with the air ball, and
King trying to keep it alive, but just had to throw it. Pray that one of her teammates would be there.
yeah. And these are some critical free throws for Hank. Trying to extend Clemson's lead up 2 in this one, but as we said earlier, with the free throws that were missed by Virginia Tech, this game could go down to the wire, and when you look back, you don't want to look at missed free throws.
First free throw attempts of the night for Hannah Hank. She's now 6 for 10 on the season. Into double figures tonight for the 3rd time this year. Hank missed them both. Rebound tipped, controlled by Greg. Timeout taken. 1 minute to go. Hokies down by 2.
That was a great hustle by Greg, able to tip the basketball out to herself so she could secure that rebound, and is able to do so and get another possession. Kelly and Latson, those 2 guards really competing and getting after it in that game coming up next.
3 different Tar Heels averaging at least 14 points a game. Kelly leading the way with around 15 a game.
Well, you've seen that UNC team just progress over the season. Over the seasons. Sophomores, now juniors, and Kelly and other players really producing for that UNC team.
Usby, Todd Williams, the whole crew.
The whole crew.
All right, another chance for Virginia Tech to tie or take the lead. Trailer gets it to Amor. Can they get Kitley a touch? Pressure leads to a steal. Bradford took it from Traylor, and Greg gives the foul in the backcourt.
Those are some active hands. I mean, Bradford came in swarming, and you just see the double team came between Hank and Bradford as soon as Traylor caught it, and they were able to get her rattled to get that steal.
It's tough to dribble through a double team.
Yeah, very, very.
11th steal of the game for Clemson. Manu Bradford, 3 for 3 at the line tonight. 46 seconds remaining. Smooth.
Well, nothing but bottoms on that first free throw, but we said it. Clemson in their hands, they're aggressive. They cause a lot of deflections and steals, and they've been able to capitalize on those steals and turnovers in this game. Big reason they still have the lead.
Two clutch free throws for Nunu Bradford. And Virginia Tech takes a timeout to advance the basketball. Kenny Brooks using his full timeout, which will leave him with 1:30. Amanda Butler still has 3 timeouts, 2 30s, and the full. What a wild game we've seen unfold tonight at Clemson. Brilliant start for Virginia Tech. They led 10-2, but from there a 9-0 run to surge in front. Amanda Butler's Tigers have played with grit, they've played with guile, they've played with toughness. And they're 46 seconds away from a massive program result.
And she said it at shoot-around today. They've had some tough losses against some good opponents, but I think it's really prepared them for the game this evening against Virginia Tech. And this has probably been, besides South Carolina, the highest ranked opponent they've played this season. But the way they have come out and responded after she had to call that timeout, after the first 3 minutes this game started, they have just really responded and played with a lot of grit, heart, and they've just competed. And I think that's something that she just wants her team to do. Have the energy, play hard, play tough, and then things like this can happen. You can beat ranked opponents like Virginia Tech, which they're close to doing in this game.
What are you looking for here if you're the Hokies?
Trying to set up Kitley. See if you can get her something inside or allow her to draw a foul so she can go to the free throw line. They don't need a 3.
As you wanted, here's Kitley slicing the gap in half. 2-point game, 7-second differential between the game and shot clock. Virginia Tech does not need to foul. If they do foul, it would be 2 shots. Kenny Brooks just yelling to his team to get a stop. Timeout taken by the Tigers. 14 on the shot clock. 21 seconds in the game. Kitley now with 14 points. And the tension grows here at Clemson.
And she's had been one-on-one all game long and was able to take advantage of the matchup. Just takes her time against Robinson, little head fake up and under, and is able to finish at the rim.
So if you're Clemson here and you score, it doesn't necessarily clinch the game, but it almost clinched the game. I mean, if you get a 2-point bucket, you're up 4 with less than 20 to go, you're in great shape. That's got to be the focus, right? Even more important than taking time off the clock.
It is. You can knock down a shot or at least draw a foul to get to the free throw line. That could be huge for Clemson to try and close out this one.
They give the foul. King fouls Whitehorn, who's a 60% free throw shooter this year and has not been to the line tonight.
A lot of pressure on the freshman to knock down, not 2, at least 1 of these free throws.
3rd foul on Cayla King. Biggest free throws of Ruby Whitehorn's young Clemson career right here.
Hey, this is what stars are made of. I mean, she has really played a really good game. this evening for Clemson. And you can't speak volumes. McDonald's All-American, the freshman, has really been ready to play in this one.
That was the big one, and it's back to a two-possession game. Kenny Brooks takes his final timeout to advance the ball. Ruby Whitehorn, who went 80-4 in her high school varsity career, does not want to suffer her 5th college loss tonight. She's 9-4 as a Clemson Tiger and looking for her first win over a top 10 team here on her home court.
Right, and 60% from the free throw line. What? Those 2 free throws, that did not look like a freshman, and she just took her time, kept her composure, and knocked down 2 critical free throws to extend Clemson's lead.
Now that you don't have any timeouts, if you're Virginia Tech, do you think quick 3 here?
If you have an open look at it, you may have to go ahead and take it. Or if you can get another quick 2-point basket in the lane by Kitley, maybe she's able to draw a foul, but they have to be quick and intentional, whatever direction they decide to go. It's only 20 seconds left in this one.
Hokies don't have a timeout. Get it into Amor. Amor takes it. Rebound Whitehorn. 13 seconds to go. And the Clemson Tigers can taste the upset win.
They can, and Amor got a good look. Was able to get the basketball and get away from Bradford to set herself up, going off of Deja Gregg's screen, but just couldn't knock down the 3. And now Clemson, Whitehorn back to the free throw line to see if she can knock down 2 more free throws.
She made 2, a possession to go. Comes up short there. Regardless whether this goes in or not, Virginia Tech needs multiple scores.
Yeah, they do, with no timeouts left.
That's right. Hokies need to hurry. 5-point game. Traveling violation, and that'll do it.
Great anticipation by Perpignan, causing that turnover by Gregg as she was dribbling but trying to find a point guard or a guard to get the ball to, and a costly turnover for Virginia Tech, but a heads-up play by Clemson.
You never want to look ahead, Cayla, but this was, maybe one of the easier ones for Virginia Tech's early season schedule. They got Carolina and Virginia coming up. Then they go to Miami. They got Louisville. But the Clemson Tigers are upset-minded. And Alasia Douglas will go to the line with 9.6 on the clock.
But what's easy come ACC play? We said this conference probably the top conference in women's basketball this season and has been for the last few seasons. But when you have to go on the road and try and get a win on someone's home court, that's always going to be difficult. I don't care who you're playing in the ACC, and Clemson has just really capitalized tonight.
Tigers' last win over a ranked team, January of 2021 against number 23 Syracuse. A long time since they beat the top 10 team. This free throw from Douglas, but it would take something miraculous here, frankly, for Virginia Tech in these last 9.6 seconds. Douglas missed them both. Rebound sold quickly for Traylor. They need 2 scores. Traylor all the way, missed the layup. Whitehorn the rebound. That will do it. Clemson knocks off number 7 Virginia Tech, 64-59.
What a victory for this Clemson ball club so early in this season in ACC play, but you got to tip your hat. Clemson played the entire game besides those first 3 minutes in the first quarter, and they never looked back.
Been 22 years since the Tigers knocked off a top 10 team, but what a win tonight for Amanda Butler.